Story time. About 8 years ago, I had a trauma that affected my vocal cords, and I have what's called reverse vocal cord paralysis. My brain tells my vocal cords that it's in danger, and it actually paralyzes my throat, and I can't talk, and I have a very difficult time breathing. And the first time this happened, it was extremely frightening and overwhelming and scary, and I didn't know what was going on. They thought that I was having an allergic reaction, and come to find out it wasn't an allergic reaction. My brain said there's some fibers in the air and we don't like them, and so we are going to close off your throat to protect you. So my brain thinks that it's protecting me by paralyzing my throat with this reverse vocal cord paralysis. And I didn't know if I could talk. So for 6 months, I literally didn't have a voice. And I went to speech therapy and I learned how to speak again. And it was a very interesting time because the world became very quiet because I couldn't participate the way I normally participate. My career is a career of conversation. And luckily it's a career of also listening. And so I really learned during that time to quiet down everything else and pay attention to people's words, their body language, and their tone. And it was an incredible season. Now, I still have this reversed vocal cord paralysis, and it flares up often. I had a pretty bad attack 2 days ago, and I lost my voice for the majority of the day until my brain finally unlocks it and says, okay, we're safe. During these episodes, and especially during the first one when it happened, and I thought that I might not have the ability to speak again, and they didn't know if I would regain it, something inside of me said no. And I just talked about the word no, and I said, no, that is not going to be my outcome. I will speak again. I will get my career back. I will be on stage again, and I will use this tool that just needs to be trained a different way. And so when we are given extreme challenges, and that's just a minor one, I know I've experienced worse. I'm sure you've experienced worse. But this one is present in my life, and I have to be mindful that I'm not near fires or cigarettes or when somebody cuts hay, because anytime there's these fibers in the air, I know my throat will lock down. So it just changes my perspective. It changes the way I have conversations. It changes the way I listen. It changes the way I engage with people. And so where in your life has there been something where a situation, an incident, people have told you no, and then you created an action to make it a yes? All right. You can't go over it. You can't go under it. Let's go through it together. Thanks for listening.